Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? That's why I do the show, because you're there. First off, don't forget everything you see on the bottom of the screen. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, download the live stream Vimeo app. That's where we archive all our programming. Plus, there's a ton of other programming there. Programming note, by the way, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, our new show, Hudson Health. It's now in production. It's on the Comcast and Altice at 6 p.m., the same station channel that you're watching now, at 2 p.m., every Tuesday and Thursday. Right now, you got a bunch of RWJ Barnabas doctors there. It's open to all the medical professionals in Hudson County, so you'll see a bunch of different doctors. Doctors you watch today, doctors you can see today. Liberty State Park is back in the news. There has to be a meeting of the mind with Liberty State Park. It really hasn't changed in 25, 30 years. The railroad terminal looks the same now as it did when Glenn Cunningham was inaugurated back in 2001. The stakeholders all have to get together. The state of New Jersey, Jersey City, Hudson County, Friends of Liberty State Park, and the other new entities that have popped up with concerns about Liberty State Park. I think it's a huge park. And it's not that I think it is. It is. It can accommodate a lot of visions in there. You can take care of nature. You can take care of the sun worshipers. You can bring in passive recreation. You can bring in recreation. You can bring in theater. You can bring in a small stadium. There's tons of things. I believe Jackie Robinson Foundation has offered to pay for a ball field. There's a lot that can be done. There's really nothing that has been done there. If we could get it that it can cover its expense, which is about $4.5 million a year, that would be a win-win for the people of New Jersey. Anything to cut your property taxes, even if we got the $4.5 million a year somehow in revenue, it probably wouldn't even dent your property taxes. But more should be done with Liberty State Park. Get everybody at the table. At the head of the table has got to be the Friends of Liberty State Park. At the other end of the table, the state of New Jersey, and let's work something out. All right, what are we talking about today? Was a lot in politics. As you probably know by now, Tammy Murphy, the governor's wife, has dropped out of the race for Senate, leaving it wide open for Andy Kim. We're going to talk about no right turns on red in Jersey City Heights now. I can go either way with that, but I'll get into it. And the Lowe's Alley. The Lowe's Theater Alley on Journal Square, a main artery to get to Journal Square. The city and the construction company that's going to do the renovations on the landmark Lowe's Theater are saying they need to close it for 2 years, which will probably be like 3 years. All right, you're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? In a surprise move, last Sunday, Tammy Murphy dropped out of the race for Senate. I was doing an oil change when my phone started blowing up. I'm trying to do an oil change on the Oldsmobile. I crawl out. I get the message. Now you're texting back and forth. The oil change took me about 2 hours to do because so many texts and phone calls For that matter, I pulled a muscle in my leg going inbound under the car. When I do an oil change, do the oil, I clean everything. I spray all the rubber bushings with AT205. It keeps them nice and soft. My Oldsmobile's 30 years old, so I know what I'm doing. Talking about if I have a 30-year-old car. But getting back to Tammy, she dropped out of the race, leaving the path clear for Andy Kim. There's a few other people running, but it's Andy Kim. He's going to win. The decision Tammy made here will be analyzed and talked about for months. What happened? What caused her to drop out? And she did a video explanation, but what's the backstory? That's what we're all interested in. You know, smarter people than me politically must have been reading the tea leaves, and they must have seen that Tammy didn't have an avenue to win. But it had gone this far. I should have just ran into June and seen what happened. They obviously decided it was never going to work out for Tammy versus Kim, so they took the better way out. They solidified the Democratic Party, get everybody back together. It is a presidential election this year, so you don't need any strife going on. How this will affect the county lines? Andy Kim is suing, filed suit against the state of New Jersey over the county lines. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. That's the aftermath of this, is where the county lines, and as of this taping, no decision has been made, but something will be made. I'm going to say that the judge kicks this back to the legislators in Trenton to work something out. I'm positive there'll still be a county line for the June primary, maybe even the November election, but change is coming. The aftermath here, we got, the governor, Phil Murphy, is still the governor for 2 years, and he can start the framework for a run for president now. He would like to succeed either Joe Biden or Donald Trump, whoever one of those two is our next president. He's the governor for 2 more years. He can start laying his framework. He does it 2 years, then he's out campaigning for 2 years. So it really worked out time-wise for Phil Murphy. Meanwhile, as he's still governing the state of New Jersey, he'll probably have some scores to settle, because this is more than just politics, what happened with Tammy Murphy. This is his wife. This is the woman he loves, the mother of his children. And I'm sure he feels she's been wronged here. He has people he's going to blame. Those running for governor in New Jersey who didn't support or withdrew the support for Tammy Murphy, they probably have some. It's going to be a long 2 years for those people. Anybody who didn't support Tammy Murphy, you're probably in for a long 2 years. Your municipalities are going to probably be fighting to get any kind of state funding. He'll never come out and say it, but he's got some scores to settle. There will certainly be repercussions from the Tammy Murphy campaign. And when you're the governor of New Jersey, you can make a lot of repercussions here. And yet, for that matter, repercussions just from the line alone, that will reshape politics here. Whatever the change is going to be, now it's not going to remain the same as it is, the county line. There'll be something. There's people talking about ranked voting. I'm not big on that. They did it in New York City. It took like forever to get a winner. I like the system we have. You can tweak the county line. I like the vote and how we go. I'd rather we go to the voting booths on election day, vote whoever, the first 2 guys, you don't get 50 plus 1, you have the runoff. A lot of the county leaders, they're upset about the challenge to the line. There are candidates for governor who are going to have problems with some of these county people, 21 county leaders in New Jersey. Even without the county line, even if they abolish it, even if that judge says today, I'm abolishing it, there will be appeals even to whatever the decision is. There are still going to be organizations in New Jersey, political organizations. I'm sure there will be 21 Democratic political organizations here in New Jersey. And the people who are running those organizations are going to be perturbed, let's say, at the people who spoke and supported about abolishing the county line. There will be repercussions there. You're going to have some from Murphy. You're going to have some from the county leaders. It'll make a run for governor here in New Jersey very interesting to watch. Again, The line may be gone. I grew up with the line. The only way I've ever covered election, it was always the line. And like I said, if the judge makes a decision, and supposedly he's going to make one this week, I'm going to say he kicks it back to the legislatures to come up with a better system. And that could take forever for these people to do that. But even if the line was abolished, there are still going to be political organizations. You're still going to need the help of the political organizations in all 21 counties. Being part of the abolish the line probably isn't going to sit well. It certainly will not sit well with those political leaders in those 21 counties here in New Jersey, whether a Democratic or a Republican. There's going to be repercussions. There's going to be repercussions from everything that was related to Tammy Murphy's run for Senate. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. Welcome to The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Like I said, there will be repercussions from that Tammy Murphy campaign. Off to Jersey City. Jersey City in the Heights is going to install no right on red signs on, I think, 15 intersections in the Heights. It doesn't matter. Right on a red, no right on a red. What it will do, it will make it that much harder to get through Jersey City. You know, it's tough now. When I got the studios in North Bergen here, when I have people coming to the studio from Jersey City, first thing they say when they get here, oh, the traffic is ridiculous. Not in North Bergen. The traffic is in Jersey City is ridiculous. Once you get past the coach house here, you fly right into North Bergen. The idea of the no turn on red in the Heights, and it'll probably spread to other parts of the city, is pedestrian safety. And that should be paramount for all of us. But, you know, pedestrian safety, the pun is intended here, is a two-way street. You got to, cross at the green, look both ways, all that stuff we learned as kids. Same thing with the person driving the car. You got to make sure the crosswalk is clear. Pedestrian has the right of way. If there's a pedestrian there, you have to stop. It's like with if you're riding down the street and there's somebody's in the crosswalk, you have to stop. Will this change? Will this make it safer? Possibly. There's no statistics to back up any of these claims about incidents on the red. Actually, I'm more concerned about making a left than a right turn. Because when you're making a left turn, especially in the newer cars, but I'll show you a picture here, in the newer cars where they have these big A-pillars. The A-pillar on your car is where your windshield attaches to the frame of the car, where your driver's window, A-pillar, windshield. Those are pretty thick, and like the one I'm showing you here is probably like 7 inches wide. So when you're making that turn, it's like, you ever see those things on SNL, done it a few times, where the the perception here, crushing your head and your fingers, but as you get closer, of course, you can't crush that head. It's the same thing making that left. When you're making that left and there's somebody crossing in that crosswalk, if they line up right, they get obscured by that big A-pillar. And it isn't until you get a little closer that they come out of that A-pillar, and sometimes it might be too late. Somebody may start looking further up the street to make sure there's nobody further up the street they might hit, and they don't see that person in the crosswalk. I'm more concerned about making lefts than rights. And this is one of those overreach deals, feel good, play to a small crowd sort of thing. Everybody's worried about, we are probably the more safety-minded city in Hudson County. From speed bumps to crosswalks to shark teeth, you name it, we have it. I don't think we need to do any more here. I don't know what's next, if we need crossing guards at every corner. That might be the next thing. It would probably help if people paid more attention when crossing the street. You see them in their phones, you got the earbuds on. Crossing the street isn't their most important priority. It's listening to their phone, texting away, and especially in the Heights, where we are ridiculous for crossing the street. Central Avenue and Palisade Avenue, that's almost like one of those defensive driving simulators where people just pop out, It is very difficult to drive down either one of those roads, especially Central Avenue. For that matter, when I was teaching my daughters how to drive, I told them, Central Avenue was like ninja training. If you can make it up and down Central Avenue, you're a pretty good driver. I think this is an overreach. I'm starting to believe I am an exceptional driver, whether it be on the bicycle. I was able to drive bikes all over Jersey City as a child when I was like 10. We had no bike lane. Fortunately, I've never hit anybody. I'm a pretty good driver. I make sure the coast is clear, the intersections are clear. I stop and let people cross. But what will happen eventually, as we make it so damn difficult to ride through Jersey City, it almost takes me from the North Bergen studio to get to City Hall about an hour 15 minutes. That's friggin' ridiculous. You could make it to shore in an hour and 15 minutes. It is so backed up. Everything is so, the traffic is ridiculous here now. There will be a charge one of these days, and in our very near future, like they're talking about with the congestion pricing in New York City. You're going to have a delivery fee, whether it be on an Instacart, whether it be on the Amazon delivery guy, the FedEx, UPS. There was going to eventually be a delivery charge for Jersey City, where that Instacart could make 3 deliveries in the time it takes them to make 1 in Jersey City, because it takes so damn long to cross Jersey City. If you want to get from the Heights to Greenville, pack a lunch. And like I said, I don't know where we're going next. Do we got a crossing guard at every intersection? Maybe that's the future. But like I said before, it really is a two-way street. Pedestrians got to be careful. The person driving the car has to be careful. And if you put the two of them together, guess what? We'll all be safe. And like I said, to me, it doesn't really matter to me if they're right on the red or not. I'm never really in that much of a hurry, especially in Jersey City. You just can't be in a hurry because it's just impossible to be in a hurry because it takes so damn long to get through the city. But like I said, you watch. In the very near future, you're going to see fees attached to deliveries in Jersey City because it's just so damn hard to drive around Jersey City to get to point A to point B in any kind of reasonable amount of time. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
City Show, Pat O'Melia here. What did we cover? We covered repercussions from the Tammy Murphy campaign, no ride on Reds. Let's talk a little more pedestrian now. We're talking about pedestrian safety with the no ride on red. Landmark Lowe's Theater, you all know where it is on Journal Square. It's been there since 1928, one of the 4 Wonder Theaters. And it's right next to that very tall, narrow building, 50 Journal Square, which is under the threat of being demoed. Yeah, I could probably go either way with 50 Journal Square, but it is a really cool-looking building. And it's been there forever. There's a lot of history involved with 50 Journal Square. For that matter, Frank Sinatra recorded his first record there. The first radio station was there in Jersey City. Well, that alleyway, where you come off Magnolia Avenue, or most of you people, I'll say, when you come out of the square ramp, you park your car, you walk around the back of the Lowe's, and you cut through the alley, and boom, you're on Journal Square. They're doing renovations. The Landmark Lowe's is about to go into renovations, I think, next month. And they're proposing to close that alley for 2 years. They say 2, probably 3. Will make it extremely difficult for people trying to transverse Journal Square. You need the alley. Now, the alley, they're going to close it because of construction. They got to do construction work. They got to stage the construction equipment. I call BS on all that. The equipment that could be staged behind the data, and I tell you what, since the clock is ticking on the aforementioned square ramp, that's going to be a residential complex also. That's getting knocked down. Why don't we just go ahead and knock down the square ramp and you can store the equipment there? But also consider that the only exterior work that I think that is being done on the Lowe's is a loading dock in the back. And I believe they're going to put a second floor on what was the old police mini station, right in the alley. They're going to put a second floor on that. Outside of that, all the construction work in the theater will be in the theater. So I don't know how much construction equipment you need outside when all your work is basically inside. So the requirement that we lose the alley for 2 or 3 years, again, I call BS on that. Like I said, there's only two things they're doing on the exterior. A rear loading dock on Magnolia Avenue, and they're going to put a second floor on that little mini police station. Everything else is inside. So where do you need all this heavy equipment? Now, if anything, you can probably park equipment under the marquee there on the boulevard, or you could probably make some sort of a deal with the square ramp if we're not going to knock it down in time to store equipment there. But it is a main artery. And unless you're going to cut through, when we were kids, we used to cut through Lists. There was a big pharmacy up there. I think it's the Walgreens now, Rite Aid on Journal Square. There is an entrance on Magnolia Avenue right behind the theater, and it cut right through, and it will bring you out to Kennedy Boulevard, where the old State Theater was. You could do that. I don't think the people that run that establishment would appreciate thousands of people walking through there every day. But it is BS that you have to close the whole alley. And it's interesting. Every time something goes on with the Lowe's Theater now, with these renovations, and we didn't tell you. Oh, you didn't know about that. I'm involved with the Friends of the Lowe's, and there are many things going on in the renovation of that theater that don't sit well with me. But I'm not the mayor. We put out the renovations and the lease agreement for the Lowe's Theater during the height of the pandemic. There weren't a lot of returns. Actually, I think the only response they got was the Devils. And when we say the Devils, the organization that owns the Devils hockey team also owns the Philadelphia 76ers, and that group just purchased the Washington Commanders of the NFL. They're going to run the theater. Now, we're going to probably invest, when all said and done, about $120 million into the renovations of the Lowe's Theater. And if you look at its sister theater, the Kings in Brooklyn, Lowe's Kings, you'll get an idea what this building should look like when it's done, but it's not. Basically, what we're going to have when it's all said and done with the Lowe's Theater is a booze-driven concert, rock concert hall. The city probably should step back and say, we should probably look at this again. Because what they want to do, they want to level out the main floor where it inclines, so stadium seating effect. They want to level that out, have, I think, 12 or 14 bars inside. It will not be the theater that is capable of putting on live shows, plays, showing movies. Even with the limited capabilities of the theater with the FOL, because it didn't have money, it did a lot. We may have had to rent a few things, but it did a lot. It is not going to be that accommodating to all the needs of Jersey City and all the acts that we possibly could bring here. It will not be like the Lowe's Kings in Brooklyn. Not going to be. So it wouldn't hurt if the city would probably look at that again and maybe rebid this project now that we're out of the pandemic. But getting back to the alley, I agree with Councilperson Richie Borgiano and the Journal Square neighborhood and the residents and the commuters. Closing the alley it should not be on the table. It's not a solution to anything, especially there's no other way to transverse the square from the west side of Jersey City. All right, we're out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.